Hey, so I don't think nobody has ever like broke down what it's like flying a mission as a Phoenix Raven, and I'm talking about everything from actually doing the security to the partying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, partying overseas is a vibe. Everybody, the locals, they gravitate towards you because essentially us being Americans, we're bigger than uh people in other countries, and we stand out because there's not a lot of people over there that look like us. And I'm not just talking about like black and white, it's just Americans period. Like we stick out like a sore thumb in these countries, man. Now when it comes to like the partying, bro, hopefully the partying happens after you go to work, meaning like you go work at your waiver required location. It is hard to go to Spain, goddamn, turn up, wake up hungover, and then go secure a plane. You much rather, want to do it after your day of work. But our day of work only lasts 30 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going in the cargo and if the plane is steady working operational. But, seeing, the sights and the food, seeing the sights and the food, seeing the sights and eating the food, that's dope because their food over there is so clean and it's refreshing. Like you can taste the cleanliness in the food in different countries. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back and compare it to American food. Our food is definitely tampered with over here, and theirs is just like straight from the source. I don't know. It's just good as hell. I remember I went to Jordan, and I forgot what the site was, but it was where they shot one of the Indiana Jones movies at. I heard it's one of the seven wonders of the world. So being able to, do that and see that and experience that was cool. The only thing I don't recommend is walking that whole thing in some Converse, low Chuck Converses, bro. My feet was on fire. That's probably why I got bad feet right now. Yeah, we gonna blame it on that. But Raven missions are dope, bro. Like I said, you get to party, see the world, make good money, eat good. Uh, it's just fun, dog. It's one of the best experiences, one of the best jobs in the Air Force. So, once you get done with your mission, obviously you come back, and depending on how long you were gone, every 3 days equals 1 day off. So if you was gone for 6 days, that's 2 days off. If you was gone for 14 days, 3, 6, 9, like 3.5 days off. You know what I'm saying? And then what a real fun is when you do that voucher. You do the voucher, put in all your expenses, make sure the credit card balance is paid off, and then the rest, that's your big dog. I think my biggest Raven check was like 2,500, bro. 2,500. So let's just say 2,500, right? And most likely I went to Iraq, so that means that your check is tax free for the month. Like that first and 15th check gonna be tax free. So 2,500, and let's just say I think my checks from the military was like 1,700, 1,800. Let's do the math. All right, let's do 2,500 plus 1,800. That's $4,300, and let's do another 1,800. That's $6,000, bro. $6,000 off 30 minutes of work and days of partying overseas, bro. It don't get no better than that. And that 1,800 is just I think that's what my checks was, but it could have been more, it could have been less, whatever the case may be. It was just an example. But it's a reason why Ravens get a lot of hate, because we go to all these countries, we have fun, we come back, make all this money, and then we go get these expensive ass cars as E3s and E4s, and leadership don't like that. The dudes at the gate don't like that. And my thing is this, bro, you could join us. You just gotta be mentally strong and physically strong. Let's not leave that out. You gotta be physically strong too. But I don't know, bro. That's why I be trying to get y'all to understand that the Air Force is great, but that Raven life is different, fool. Different. Now imagine you making $6,100 as a E3. You shouldn't have no money problems as a Raven. If you do, that means you spending too much. And some missions don't pay out like that. You know what I'm saying? Some missions you only gonna make like 500-600. Some missions you gonna make 1,000. It really just depends. But if I know I got a good crew, I know I ain't making that much money, because I'm gonna spend some of it. You know what I'm saying? But if we got like a weenie ass crew, or if I'm flying with like new Ravens, which I hate, oh yeah, I'm staying in the crib. Well, I'm staying in the hotel. Y'all can go hang out with the flight crew if you want to, but I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make this little $600-700 and go on, call it a day. I also just realized I didn't even talk about the flights. Me being in Dover, majority of our flights, our first crew rest stop is Spain. And from Dover to Spain is between 6 to 8 hours. It really depends on the weather. If we're flying into the weather, it's like 8 hours. But if the wind is behind us and it's pushing the plane, it's like 6.5, 7 hours. Long ass flights. That's a long time to be in the air for, I ain't gonna lie. But you bring your sleeping mat and you blow it up and you go to sleep. You take your laptop, you take your books, take your music, hell, take your video game. Like, they got them portable TVs, bro. We had fun on the flights, on them long ass flights. But if it's flights where it's full of people or it's full of cargo and it's 8 hours, bro, man, them flights be the worst. Them flights be the worst. And it's like, if I know I've had a long day of flying, bro, lit crew or not, I'm not going now, fool. I just be like, bro, I gotta get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna eat, take a shower, and lay down, because sometimes, bro, you'll have a lit crew and you go to lit spots, but you got like an early, alert time. Alert is when, you gotta be up and dressed and downstairs and go to the plane and all that. So you could have an early ass alert time. You know what I mean? And so you don't want to risk going out and coming back to the hotel drunk at 2 in the morning, and you get that alert call at 4 a.m. It just ain't worth it. Even though I've seen it happen, and that man was a wild man, but you just don't want to risk it, man. I ever heard the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Same thing applies for the Ravens. What happens on missions stays on missions, whether that's good or bad. Discuss it and keep it between that team that you went with, but do not discuss that shit in the office, bro. What happens on missions stays on missions, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm giving y'all too much of the Raven code in this video, so I hope y'all like this video. Also, with those long flights, you want to bring some food. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bringing like just snacks and shit. Sometimes I would bring like a whole bunch of tuna. I would bring some stuff that's microwavable, or you put in the oven, because the plane do have an oven. So I brought a lot of Hot Pockets and stuff like that. You know what's crazy, bro? I went Hot Pocket crazy during my time as a Raven, and to the point where I don't even eat Hot Pockets today. Every flavor Hot Pocket I probably done had, bro. Dead ass. So make sure you bring your food, because you don't want to be on an 8-hour flight hungry here, because ain't no pit stops, big dog. And even if you do have to stop to refuel, it ain't like you could just get off the plane and go to McDonald's. It don't work like that. You may get lucky, and depending on where you land at, you may be able to go to the DFAC or something like that. But for the most part, if you ain't got no food, you stuck like Chuck. And if you got like a cool crew, like a Raven team, they'll share your food if you ask. You know what I'm saying? But you have to ask, because if you don't, closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, bro, I'll be on a mission. I'm like, that nigga ain't ate, and I'm like, bro, you want a hot pocket or something? You like, yeah, bro, I forgot my food. Like, bro, why you ain't say nothing? But I get it though. But yeah, make sure you bring some entertainment, some your sleeping mat, and your food, and a hoodie, because it get cold on that C-17, boy. Golly, it get cold on there. Yeah, for the most part, that really what happens. You know, when you go on a Raven mission, it's cool, it's dope, it's an experience that I wouldn't trade for the world. That's why I be trying to tell people, bro, if you can, bro, go out for Raven. Go out for Raven. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you do, or if you did, please leave a like button. If you got any more questions about Raven, drop them in the comments, and I'll make another video on it, because I'm going crazy with the videos. And subscribe to the channel, bro. We trying to hit 200K this year. We almost there. We at 188,000. So subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications, and I'll check out this video, bro. Now, when it comes to like the partying, bro, hopefully the partying, you know, happens after, you know, you go to work. Meaning like you go work at your Raven required location. It is hard to go to Spain, goddamn turn up, wake up hungover, and then go secure a plane. You much rather, you know, want to do it after your day at work.